get pregnant and me bado ni wa prison worship. We ran away from church.
Yes, you did.
I went down on one knee and nikamwambia, will you marry me? It was very simple.
Kwa giza. Afraid I have loved you and years.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for Easy Friday tonight. My name is Karen Kibet.
And my name is John Cargo.
Now, as another week wraps up around the globe, we are here to guide you into the weekend with a relaxed look at the stories making waves worldwide.
All right, plenty to speak about, and here within our borders, plenty has been going on. Yesterday, the by-elections were held, and broad government candidates, 7 of them clinched parliamentary seats, while the opposition is alleging malpractice. And President William Ruto today launched the Rironi Mau Summit and the Rironi Mai Mahiu Naivasha Dual Age. Promises completion by May 2027. We also have business, sports as well.
A bit later.
A bit later,
Yes.
of course. But first things first, CK.
Here are the highlights.
Just call you CK. Can't keep it if you like.
Yes.
We are discussing about the people. You are discussing about leaders. We are discussing about the people. You are discussing about the next election. We are discussing about the next generation.
It is Kenyans' approval of the broad-based government, says President William Ruto after UDA and ODM shared the spoils in the mini polls.
As a team, you can see we are just here with the Honorable Senator for Kakamega. We also want to consult with the candidate with a view of pursuing this matter in court. Because what happened in Malava was not an election. It was a criminal activity.
Western Kenya leaders threatened legal action over violence that rocked Malava constituency by-elections. A milestone in Kenya's infrastructure development with the groundbreaking of Rironi Mau Summit Roads dueling. This is Easy Friday. Our sign language interpreter this evening is Caroline Njoroge. Now, President William Ruto has termed the victory on Thursday's parliamentary by-elections as a clear demonstration of the faith Kenyans have on the broad-based government.
While hailing the UDA and ODM winners in Mbeere North, Malava, Banisa, Ugunja, Kasipul, Magarini and Baringo, the president further warned the opposition leaders that their political rhetoric will not win them elections in the 2027 general elections. Give us one minor has more details on this.
A day after the ruling UDA and ODM parties that form the broad-based government clinched all the 7 parliamentary seats, President William Ruto on Friday came out telling off the united opposition leaders.
Mimi niliwapatia ilani wananchi wamerudia jana. Si wananchi wamepatiwa ilani? Si wananchi wamepatia hawa majamaa ilani? Wananchi wamewaambia tena jana, tafuteni sera, tafuteni mpango, tafuteni agenda. Kama ni one time Kasongo na must go, chuma chenu kimotoni mutaona kivumbi.
President Ruto saying the sweeping victory indicates that Kenyans have confidence in the broad-based government.
One time Kasongo must go is not a plan, is not an agenda. It is about a person. It is about hate. It is about the next election. We are discussing about the next generation. We are discussing about the people. You are discussing about leaders. We are discussing about the people. You are discussing about the next election. We are discussing about the next generation.
While congratulating the soon-to-be sworn-in elected members, the head of state accused the opposition of spewing tribal and divisive politics, saying the by-elections are a mirror of what to come in 2027.
I want to tell our friends, we do not want a divided country. Don't sell to us ethnicity. Don't sell to us hate. Don't sell to us division. We want a united country. Tell us what your agenda is. Tell us your plan. Tell us your agenda.
Jana watu wa Mlima Kenya walidhihirisha wazi ya kuwa wako na UDA na Rais William Ruto kwa tuta.
UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar has cautioned UDA members who campaign for rival candidates, warning that they will face consequences.
Before you pick a war with this party, you must go and consult God in the evening, so that when you come, you do know that there are consequences to picking a war with your party, especially from within. Sasa huyu kama wewe ni bullfighter, kama wewe sijui ni Masai warrior, Moran sijui of the first class, resign.
UDA also challenging those alleging voter bribery and intimidation to launch their cases in court. UDA won 3 National Assembly seats in Mbeere North, Malava, Banisa, and Baringo senatorial seat, while ODM won in Kasipul, Ugunja, and Magarini constituencies. Give us Maina, is it Friday?
All right, and life is slowly but surely returning to normalcy in Mbeere North. Just hours after the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission announced Leonard Wamudende as the new area member of the National Assembly elect.
Now, the area witnessed a fierce political battle pitting the ruling United Democratic Alliance Party and Democratic Party that lost the seat after Geoffrey Ruku, who was the area member of parliament, was appointed to the cabinet.
All right, Ben Troy Njue is still in Mbeere North constituency and reports on a new dawn for Mbeere North.
Leonard Wamudende is the new Mbeere North legislator after an intense electioneering period.
Jero Leo Wamudende has been duly elected as the member of the National Assembly for Mbeere North constituency.
Leo won after managing 15,803 votes against his fierce rival, a renowned area musician Newton Karish, who managed 15,408 votes.
And after a charged political atmosphere here in Mbeere North constituency, and to be specific here in Chicago, we have a new MP-elect, Leonard Wamudende. And so we want to find out the reaction of people here and also what they want their MP to prioritize once he's sworn in as the next Mbeere North MP.
Mimi nasema hata wakitufanyia kazi saa hii tufurahie, bado 2027 tutawapea chance waendelee tena. Sasa tukasema hiyo mambo yote ameahidi sisi atupee, asituambie, asianze kutufanya kampeni tena na 2027. Sasa tunataka maendeleo.
Niliridhika na matokeo. Nilikuwa na expect Newton Kalisha shida, lakini tuseme tumeitikia tu venye imekuwa. Sasa hii tuseme security ya bodaboda kuna time ilikuwa ngabaya. Hiyo pia iangaliwe juu watu wanapata bodaboda hivyo.
Tungetaka tujengewe hii soko. Tuko na sinda ya soko. Tunauzia kwa njua, vitu zetu zinaharibika kila wakati.
Kusema kweli tujaridhika na hayo matokeo. kuna mjumbe mpya na ataendelea kuwa mjumbe wetu. Jiji vingi hazina stima, especially ile kijiji nimetoka. Kuna shinda ya maji na barabara.
Mimi nilichagua Muthende ili anifanyie kazi. Ameniahidi barabara ya kutoka Kekuyari kwenda Kerie mpaka Ishiara, na ndio maana nilimchagua ili aende aambie president, juu nilimchagua na chama ya UDA, aambie president hata kama ni kesho hiyo njia ya Kekuyari, najua president akisema ianzie kesho inaweza anzia na iishe.
Mimi ningependa huyo kiongozi wetu atuangalie si wote, watu wote wa Mbeere North jumla. Isikuwe na mapendeleo. Ikuwe si wote tuko pamoja. Supporters wa Karish pia tuko, hata Wamboi, zote tuko Mbeere moja.
Once sworn in, Leonard Wamuthende, a businessman, will take over the seat that was left vacant following the appointment of Geoffrey Rocco as Public Service Cabinet Secretary in April of this year. For Easy Friday from Mbeere North, I'm Ben Troyenjue.
Thank you, Ben, for that report. Now, moving forward, Boyd Were Ongondo is the MP-elect for Kasipul constituency.
Well, the 27-year-old trounced his 9 opponents in an exercise where the IBC was hailed for conducting a free and fair by-election despite the low voter turnout and electro-violence incidents witnessed across the constituency.
Now, Wycliffe Okech, who has been on the ground from the onset of the exercise, filed the following report for us.
After over 6 months without a representative in the National Assembly, the residents of Kasipul constituency have finally found a new MP in Boyd Were Ongondo, the son of the late Charles Ongondo Were, who until his death in April this year had been the area MP since 2017. The 27-year-old garnered 16,819 votes, almost twice the 8,476 votes secured by his closest challenger, Philip Aroko. Collins Okeo of the Movement of Democracy and Growth Party came a distant third with 4,376 votes. In his victory speech, Boyd pledged a people-centered leadership as he fits his father's shoes as the new Kasipul MP.
I want to thank the people of Kasipul for believing in me and entrusting me with the responsibility to lead them. And I want to urge everyone in Kasipul, let's embrace each other and let's maintain peace so that we can bring development to the people of Kasipul.
The ODM party, led by Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga, attributed Boyd's win to the massive grassroots mobilization during the campaigns.
And I'm sure Boyd is ready, Boyd is strong, Boyd is focused, and I am sure that he will deliver for the people of Kasipul in partnership with the county government, the national government, and everybody else.
And despite the low voter turnout of 46%, as well as pockets of security mishaps, IBC was held by stakeholders for an exercise they described as free and fair.
The Kasipul people have shown the greater Kenya that young people are leaders of today, not leaders of tomorrow. So we wish you well, Boyd. There are leaders who are also going to show you the way in Parliament. We'll show you around. We'll hold your hands. And please work for Kasipul people.
Boyd's convincing win is an indication of ODM's continued influence in the larger Nyanza region, post the late Raila Odinga's grip.
Right now, political temperatures are now lowering in Malava constituency after a hotly contested by-election which saw UDA's David Ndakwa trounce trade unionist Seth Panyako of DAP Kenya with 21,564 votes against 20,210 votes. Ndakwa's win, however, is not sitting pretty, with the opposition leaders from Western faulting that particular process.
Trans Nzoia's Governor George Natembeya and Kakamega Senator Bonik Halwale, who were vocal campaigners of Panyako, have vowed to seek legal redress.
It was a decisive win for the ruling party UDA in the fierce Malava parliamentary seat contest. The contest, a two-horse race, closed down with a landslide margin. UDA's David Ndakwa edging out his rival, DAP Kenya's Seth Panyako, with 21,564 votes against 20,210 votes. And just hours after the declaration of the results, a section of opposition leaders from the Western region, including Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya and Kakamega Senator Boni Halwale, have come out to discredit the by-election, alleging bribery and violence.
You know, if you are given 500 shillings, and with the levels of poverty we have in this part of the world, people will change their mind just because of the money. So remove all these other inducements. Let the playing field be level. Some of us, our security was removed.
The leaders citing the events leading up to the election day as one that undermined the democratic process.
The government was determined to win this election by all means possible.
If that is why there was all that drama here in Western, yes, 2027 will come.
While acknowledging that the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission observed professionalism, they claim instances of government interference.
At some point, they let the government have its way, especially by allowing free movement of government operatives in and outside of polling stations.
The leaders hailed the turnout in the area, saying they will seek legal redress.
We also want to consult with the candidate with a view of pursuing this matter in court.
And we're going to issue a statement on the 13th of December on the way forward. For now, we are consulting widely with even our lawyers to understand how far we can go with this matter.
This even as they maintain that they will keep the momentum ahead of the 2027 general election. Kamchemenza for Easy Friday.
Now, after 2 years and 8 months of lacking a legislator, Banisa constituents now have an MP in Ahmed Maalim Hassan.
Well, the UDA candidate clinched that particular seat with a landslide victory of 10,431 votes against 1,240 votes obtained by his competitor, Nurdin Maalim Mohammed of the United Progressive Alliance, that's the UPA.
Hassan Maalim Ahmed garnered 10,431 votes. I am calling on my competitor to embrace the spirit of competition and accept this election result. They have vigorously campaigned, peacefully campaigned, and it is my honor to welcome them so that we lead this great constituency of Banisa.
It is my honor today to congratulate my brother, Honorable Ahmed Malasan, to serve the will or the hope of the people of Banisa.
Turn up in large numbers and posted this result of almost 35% turn up, which is not easy in the by-election. I want to thank all of them for doing the great job.
This is a candidate, a product of broad-based arrangement between UDM and UDA, and it has been flawlessly delivered. Mine is to just say thank you very much to the entire team.
My special thanks go to the leadership of the county. They have been here. Of course, we may not have been 100% perfect in all our performances, but we have kept the people together. You have kept the promise of keeping the election peaceful, and I want to thank all of you.
All right, then now more details of wins and losses in the just held by-elections are coming up, but on the other side of the break, we're back in a moment.
Nairobi United FC will host AA's Maniema Union of the Democratic Republic of Congo in a crucial Group B encounter. The highly anticipated showdown will take place at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, on Sunday, November 30th. This will be Kenya's first ever home group stage match in the history of the Continental Club competition.
This match, he's punched it into the path of waiting defenders. This time he's great on his line of door.
Securing 3 points at Kasarani is essential for Nairobi United to wipe out the deficit from their opening loss, climb out of the bottom half of the standings, and keep the ambition of progressing to the knockout stages well and truly alive. Catch this match on Sunday, 30th November from 4 p.m. live on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
When the hills gave way in Marakwet, thousands were left with nothing. But together, we can help them rise again. Join KBC in the Restore Hope, Restore Earth campaign, Unity in Adversity. Together for Marakwet. Donate through paybill number 522533, account number 8036543, or drop foodstuffs and supplies at Marakwet County offices. Every shilling, every tree, every act of kindness counts. KBC, bringing Kenyans together.
Inama, ingia huko. Haya. Ni wakili wako. Toka naye. Kanyaga nje hapa na wewe. Nyote wawili.
Wote toke naye mimi. Mimi huku niandika, nimemwandika huko.
Basi mtoke wao nyote. Sio kunikuta mimi ndio umenipatia kazi.
Watu wapi mko kibanda huko shuleni? Kibanda liko umetoka huko shuleni.
Nikutana kila kitu yangu, my dear friend.
Nimesikia mimi sitaki kuwa hapa. Atuendi. Utaenda.
Hii chakula imwagwi.
Yapa kama ni chakula.
Ni yake. Hebu fanya hivi. Kula hiyo chakula na umalize. Yeye mwenyewe amefanya kitu chake.
Wewe ukatapika toni bana. Wewe.
Kaya musha. It is always a good time on Bridge over Congo.
Catch us every Saturday from 10 p.m. till midnight.
Join me, the Rumba Supreme Leader, the Grand Ayatollah Simeon Mfumo Kimbango, and
Winnie Marie Jose, Bridge over Congo.
Mungu esilakano nzungute kasielenge Mungu esilakano.
Chumvi huyeyuka chunguni, lakini ladha yake hubakia.
Welcome back. For those joining us right now, this is Easy Friday. Now, Harrison Kombe has been re-elected as who vied for the Magarini member of the National Assembly. In Thursday's by-election, the Orange Democratic Movement candidate bagged 17,909 votes, representing 64% of the 27,808 votes cast.
Well, now Stanley Kenya of the Democracy for Citizens Party, that's the DCP, came a distant second with 8,907 votes. Announcing the results at Mapimo Vocational Training College, which is the constituency tallying center, Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission returning officer Joseph Mwafondo disclosed that only 34.5% of the 80,128 registered voters turned up to exercise their civic duty.
The Magarini constituency by-election attracted 10 contestants. ODM candidate Harrison Kombe emerged the winner with 17,909 votes.
It is my utmost pleasure to declare Harrison Garama Kombe as the duly elected Member of Parliament for Magarini constituency. Nichukue nafasi hii nimshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa safari ndefu tuliyokuwa naye akawa pamoja nasi mpaka kufikia siku ya leo. Pia nichukue nafasi hii nishukuru kila mmoja wetu aliyoshiriki katika safari hii.
His immediate competitor, Stanley Kenga of Democracy for Citizens Party, got 8,907 votes. Furaha Chengo of DNA emerged third with 227 votes, followed by independent candidate Amos Kalama, who got 182 votes, while Roots Party for Kenya's Hamadi Chadi had 138 votes. Jacob Themo of Federal Party was sixth with 70 votes, followed by the We Alliance Party aspirant Emmanuel Kalama with 60 votes. The eighth position went to Wiper Patriotic Front candidate Samuel Nzai, who secured 58 votes, and then the only female contestant, Sarah Wahito, with 12 votes. Kenya Social Congress candidate John Sulubu trailed with 10 votes.
Sisi kama timu Pwani tunahakikisha kwamba hii Pwani tunabaki simama imara na chama chetu cha ODM. Nikubaliana hapo. Na nataka kuwashukuru sana wanachama wote.
This area hatutauziwa ukabila, hatutauziwa lugha ya kuweza kugawanya watu, hatutauziwa lugha ya kutukana, sijui mambo kwamba hayana maana yoyote.
Out of 80,128 registered voters, only 27,808 voters, accounting for 34.5%, turned up to vote at the 193 polling stations. The delay in tallying the results and the low voter turnout drew the attention of some observers.
Tumeona kwamba elections zimepelekwa kulingana na mujibu wa sheria za uchaguzi. La pili, tumeona kwamba elections zimekuwa free and fair kwa sababu moja ni kwamba wamekubali observers, pili wamekubali agents, tatu candidates walikuwa na access kwa vituo pia kufuatilia.
Lakini tatizo ni kwamba namba iliyojitokeza ya vijana kupiga kura ilikuwa chini sana. Kuna tatizo. Sisi kama mashirika tuliokuwa huku nyanjani tukifanya observation, tumeonelea ipo haja ya sisi kufanya kazi ya ziada, kuelimisha watu kuhusu umuhimu wa wao kuchukua kura, umuhimu wa wao kupiga kura, na umuhimu wa vijana pia kusimamia vitengo tofauti vya kisiasa.
For 2 years, Magarini constituency has been without a legislator after the nullification of Kombe's victory in the 2022 general election on grounds of massive irregularities, vote stuffing, and exchange of votes.
Residents of Magarini constituency have re-elected Henry Kombe after his 2022 parliamentary election was nullified, and all that is left is for him to be sworn in and represent his constituents in the National Assembly. Kasipul for Prime Edition. Residents of Magarini constituency have re-elected Henry Kombe after his 2022 parliamentary election victory was nullified, and all that is left is for him to be sworn in and represent his constituents in the National Assembly. Reporting from Magarini constituency in Kilifi County, my name is Kasipul.
All right, then now ODM's Moses Omondi is the Ugunja constituency member of the National Assembly elect.
Omondi beat a crowded field of 10 candidates to clinch the seat left vacant after the immediate former area MP Opio Wandai was appointed as the Energy Cabinet Secretary.
Well, he managed 9,227 votes against his closest challenger, Orosio Odhiambo of Wiper, who garnered 1,819 votes.
I hereby declare Moses Omondi has been duly elected as a member of National Assembly for Ugunja constituency.
Omondi, who served as the National Government Constituency Development Fund Manager before gunning for the seat, beat a crowded field of 10 contestants in the polls that witnessed one of the lowest turnout in recent years. The Thursday's by-election saw paltry 24.9% turnout of the 60,114 registered voters. The exercise, however, was largely peaceful, without any incidents reported. At around 2:30 a.m., the returning officer Dennis Omari said Omondi garnered 9,447 votes, comfortably beating 9 other contenders. Omondi's closest challenger, Orodio Odhiambo of the Wiper Party, managed 1,819 votes, while UDM's Frederick Ochiel came third with 1,200 votes. He was narrowly followed by Benson Obolo Tieno of the United Green Movement, who secured 1,171 votes. Lilian Akinyi of the National Alliance Party, the only lady in the contest, managed 182 votes. The wind reaffirming ODM grip in the Luo Nyanza.
Now, still in politics, UDA's Kiprono Chemitei has been declared the winner of the Baringo senatorial by-elections, delivering a decisive victory in a contest marked by one of the lowest voter turnouts in the country.
Now, out of 281,000 registered voters in the county, only 25% cast ballot, but Chemitei secured more than 55,000 votes. Now, this is 5 times more than his closest competitor, Steve David Kipruto of the Republican Liberty Party.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has confirmed that the exercise was peaceful and transparent. Ben Chumba reports.
ID number 313514442 has been duly elected as a senator for Baringo County.
The final tally shows a commanding win for UDA's Kiprono Chemitei, who received 55,246 votes, while his nearest rival Steve David Kipruto secured 13,037 votes. The remaining 4 candidates shared less than 4,500 votes collectively.
Jambo ambalo limebaki sasa ni kuungana na viongozi kulete wananchi wetu kitu kimoja ili tuweze kufanya kazi kusukuma agenda ya Baringo yetu mbele. So kibarua yenye iko mbele yetu ni kuungana mikono kama viongozi ili tuweze kulete wananchi wetu pamoja. Tushikane tuwe kitu kimoja na tuendeleze kaunti yetu na Kenya mzima huko mbele. Asanteni sana. Asanteni sana kwa hiyo nafasi. Mimi I'm very grateful. I'm so happy. I'm indebted. Nitawafanyia kazi na heshima.
Voter turnout was low, with only 72,456 valid votes cast out of 281,000 registered voters, representing just 25% participation, among the lowest in recent by-elections nationwide.
Imagine 25%. So muna kibarua kama viongozi kufahamisha wananchi on the importance of voting.
Following the announcement, celebrations erupted among Chemitei supporters, many of whom gathered at tallying centers across the county. Chemitei, accompanied by Baringo members of parliament, thanked the residents of Baringo and pledged to address the long-standing challenges affecting the county, including insecurity, poor roads and water shortages.
Kimoja tu ya seneta ni moja Baringo yetu na mumeweza kunikabidhi. Mimi nitawafanyia kazi na heshima. Mimi nawashukuru wananchi wote kuanzia hapa nyumbani Baringo Central. Kabarnet, nyinyi ni watu wazuri. Mmekuwa mkitushikilia. Mimi wakati nilizunguka kufanya kampeni yangu, niliona challenges mingi ambayo watu ya Baringo mnapitia. Kuanzia mambo ya barabara, kuanzia mambo ya hospitali, kuanzia mambo ya mashule. Mimi nitakuja hapa county yetu ya Baringo, nikuja nisungumze na governor, tukikaa chini na MCS ili tuweze kuaddress ile mashida wananchi wetu wanapitia.
Baringo tutasupport huyu mungwana. Tutashikilia huyu kijana wetu atufanyie kazi, asukumane na viongozi wale wengine, MCS wetu wote, kuanzia Ernest Abadi wale wote, wajumbe wetu wote kuanzia Maglab Sirma.
IBC officials described the election as a smooth, peaceful, transparent and well managed across all 6 constituencies. Baringo senatorial by-election was a key test of President William Ruto's backyard, and despite a low voter turnout, the results show that UDA remains a dominant choice for many residents here. Reporting for Easy Friday from Baringo, I'm Ben Chumba.
All right, thank you, Ben, for that report. And out here culturally learning a couple of things. There's a particular name given to that grass that the winners.
It's called sinendet.
Sinendet. Sinendet.
Only used when you're celebrating something. Yes, it's
purely for celebrations. It cannot be fed to the goats, to the cows. Very symbolic.
For the Kalenjin community.
Absolutely, sinendet.
Yes.
That's all right. There you go. Let's carry on with what's been shaping up today. The United Democratic Alliance has scooped 7 out of the 15 member of county assembly seats in the just concluded by-elections in various wards across the country.
Now, apart from retaining the seats in its strongholds, the party has also won 2 seats of Nanam and Lake Zone wards in Turkana County and Purko ward in Kajiado County, which was previously an ODM zone.
Well, DCP won 3 county assembly seats. That's in Mbeere North, Narok Town and Kisa East.
The United Democratic Alliance says its victory in Purko ward in Kajiado County signifies a major political inroad for the ruling party. UDA candidate Amos Mpusia garnered 2,080 votes, beating DCP and ODM candidates who managed 1,522 and 298 votes respectively in the ward with 4,800 registered voters.
Kweli ilikuwa between UDA and DCP na tumeona gap kubwa sana between UDA and DCP, na wananchi wa Purko wameongea kwa kauli moja, wameonyesha kwamba wako katika chama tawala cha UDA, na pia tunataka kuwashukuru sana kwa sababu wametusikia. Tumetembea hii safari pamoja, na leo hii ushindi huu ambao tumepata kupitia Amos Mbusia ni ushindi pia wa William Samoei Ruto na chama chetu cha UDA.
Tunapenda pia kushukuru party yetu ya UDA, ili kumaanisha ya kwamba Kajiado bado ni UDA zone za 2-term zone na Kajiado ni iko yellow.
In Nyamira County, a section of leaders have strongly condemned the violence witnessed at Nyamaya ward during the Thursday by-election, where vehicles were towed amid allegations of voter bribery. UPA candidate Chris Osiemo emerged victorious after garnering 4,790 votes, while ODM's Martin Kibore came a distant second with 992 votes. UDA's Thomas Nyandika finished third with 357 votes.
Hii tabia tunaona hapa, watu wanatembea na mapanga, visu. Borabu sisi hatuna tabia kama hiyo. Kwa hivyo tungeomba OCS wetu hapa USPD, they should move with speed and fish out these outsiders who are coming to cause chaos.
Douglas Masikondi and Aduba Okwiri of DCP won the Narok Town and Kisa East ward seats respectively. David Warui of DCP also won the Kariobangi North ward seat. Masikondi defeated Kanyinge Olekudati of the United Democratic Alliance by 1,518 votes after garnering a total of 5,997 votes. Tilio Marco for Easy Friday.
All right, now the Rironi-Mau Summit Road will be complete by May 2027.
President William Ruto, while presiding over the groundbreaking ceremony for the dualling of the road, said the project will mark a turning point in Kenya's infrastructure journey, promising faster travel, safer roads, and stronger trade links across the East African corridor.
2 and 3. Tumshangilie Mheshimiwa Rais kwa makofi.
The first section of a road covers 81 kilometers between Rironi in Kiambu and Gilgil in Nakuru County, while the dualling of the Rironi-Mai Mahiu Naivasha stretch spans 58 kilometers. The Rironi-Naivasha section will be expanded into a dual 4-lane carriageway, the Naivasha-Gilgil section upgraded into a dual 6-lane highway, and the Rironi-Mai Mahiu Naivasha highway transformed into a modern dual 4-lane road. The president said the mega project will be complete by mid-2027.
And we have 2 huge contractors. We have one contractor starting from here, going to Rironi. We have another contractor starting from here, going to Mau Summit. And we have split the road into 4 sections, and they will run concurrently because we want this road to be delivered in the shortest time possible.
Questions of cost have dominated debate since he announced the dualling plans, but he assured Kenyans that the project will not be a debt trap.
The road you see here, we're not paying a single coin. This road is funded by PPP. private-public partnership, all right? The 2,500 kilometers of tarmac that I have said, highway, the 2,500 kilometers of highway will be funded again by the same private-public partnership innovative financing.
The 112 billion shillings project will be executed by a consortium comprising the China Road and Bridge Corporation and the National Social Security Fund Board of Trustees. Ruto emphasized that the dualling of the Nairobi-Mau Summit Highway will ease the transport of goods, cut many hours lost in traffic, and open up new opportunities for business along.
This is what, ambition is all about. This is what big thinking is all about. This is about what creativity and innovation is all about. This is what other countries have done. They haven't done any miracles.
As part of his grand infrastructure plan, the government will construct 28,000 kilometers of new tarmac roads, with the head of state underscoring the need for an infrastructure fund to sustain future projects.
The National Infrastructure Fund is going to get funding from our budget, from proceeds of privatization, from royalties of our natural resources, and leveraging on that from the private sector. So we are looking at a new way of financing that does not lead Kenya into more borrowing, that does not lead Kenya into more taxes, but is innovative using the assets that we already have.
He also announced that the extension of a standard gauge railway from Naivasha to Malava will begin in January next year, linking Kenya's heartland to the western frontier and strengthen regional trade.
Already, Uganda have procured on their side the SGR from Malava to the border of DRC. So that railway is going to be one transport corridor that's going to open up Kenya, Uganda, South Sudan, Burundi, Rwanda, and DRC.
John Jacob Curia, Easy Friday.
Medical Research Institute, Mbeere, in Kilifi County, where scientists are conducting a study on neosepsis.
So investigating the new combinations and also comparing them to the currently used combinations for treating babies who have sepsis.
We recruit babies who are between the ages of 0 to 28 days.
If we incorporate these medications that have already been researched on, but we just want to see how they work in units, maybe the time of being in hospital will be reduced.
Lea Premium Flour, nurturing the world. Available in a store near you.
The young generation awakens on Y254, the leading youth TV station in Kenya. We treat you to current affairs, entrepreneurship, health, and human interest conversations.
It's art, it's culture.
Movies, gossip and trends, sports, drama.
We bring you a vibe like no other, straight to your living room.
To keep you informed, inspired, entertained, and most of all, refreshed.
We are such a vibe.
Y254. Imagine.
Welcome back to Easy Friday. Now, the government has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening Kenya's media industry, vowing to deepen engagement and cooperation with journalists.
Well, Cabinet Secretary Information, Communication and Digital Economy, William Kabogo, also gave the government's commitment to promoting safer working conditions and fostering reforms to modernize public communication.
He made the assurances during the 8th Annual Editors' Convention in Kilifi County, where media leaders had raised concerns over the safety of journalists, shrinking revenues, and the impact of technology on newsrooms.
Kenya's media industry received renewed government assurance Friday during the 8th Annual Kenya Editors Guild Convention in Mombasa County. CS Information, Communication and Digital Economy, William Kavogo, pledged stronger collaboration with the media and reforms to improve the operating environment for newsrooms.
My ministry continues to strengthen collaboration with the Media Council of Kenya, the Communications Authority, security agencies, and other partners to promote professionalism, enhance mutual understanding, and support constructive engagement during the coverage of public events.
The CS also addressed the dangers facing journalists while on duty, acknowledging cases where reporters have been injured or even killed while covering public events.
The government is committed to ensuring that media professionals operate in an environment that enables them to carry out their duties effectively and with confidence.
On media sustainability, Kabogo assured editors that pending government advertising payments are being cleared, with a dedicated team expected to settle outstanding bills through poster and government advertising agency within 60 days. The CS also outlined ongoing efforts to modernize the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, with similar reforms underway at the Kenya News Agency and the Directorate of Information to strengthen public communication and transparency.
The KBC has served the country for decades and remains a platform with immense potential. My ministry is implementing a reform agenda that seeks to modernize its operations, enhance editorial independence, reaffirm its public service mandate, and ensure that it reflects the diversity and aspirations of the Kenyan people.
The CS also highlighted progress on the digital superhighway, including expansion of fiber optic infrastructure and the rollout of digital hubs in every village, positioning Kenya to tap into emerging technologies like artificial intelligence. On his part, PS Broadcasting and Telecommunications Stephen Isaboke reaffirmed the government's commitment to safeguarding media freedom.
We continue to spearhead policy at institutional reforms that protect the constitutional rights of the media. Article 10, which talks about media freedom, freedom of expression, access to information, and basically those are guaranteed in our constitution.
The Kenya Editors Guild used the forum to spotlight persistent challenges, from journalist safety to delayed salaries.
Propose the following interventions: liberalize government advertising. Allow ministries, departments, and agencies to directly procure advertising from accredited media houses to reduce delays and depoliticize the process. Establish a national media sustainability and innovation fund to support newsroom modernization, fact-checking, digital transformation, and investigative reporting. Reinvest a portion of recovered proceeds of corruption to strengthen fact-checking desks and investigative journalism.
With the 2027 general election approaching, media leaders called for improved preparedness, more fact-checking capacity, and enhanced journalist protection to curb misinformation. This, as both government and the Editors Guild say they remain committed to working together to safeguard press freedom, strengthen public service broadcasting, and support innovation within newsrooms. Doreen Arange for Easy Friday.
The now two defilement cases involving minors came before the Makadara law courts today, drawing sharp attention to questions of age verification, victim welfare, and bail eligibility.
In the first, a Somali national faces multiple charges as the court seeks clarity on his true age. In the second, a Ruai caretaker remains in custody as a pre-bail report is prepared. Our reporter Letua Debra with the details.
At the Makadara law courts, Somali national Musab Hassan Jimale appeared before Chief Magistrate Beatrice Kimemia to face charges of defiling a 15-year-old girl, child stealing, and being unlawfully present in Kenya. He denied the charges. His lawyers told the court that his age is only an estimation between 18 and 21 years, while the police records place him at 20. No evidence was presented to support claims that he is a minor. The prosecution opposed bail, citing the seriousness of the offences, trauma to the victim and his illegal status in Kenya.
The suspect is likely to interfere with witnesses, actually live within Eastleigh area. The accused person is a flight risk since he has no fixed place of abode and therefore is likely to abscond.
The magistrate ordered an age assessment, mental assessment and a pre-bail report, directing that Jimale remains in custody. The case will be mentioned on 13 January 2026 for direction, with the hearing set for 23rd April 2026.
I do order for the accused person to remain in custody until the evidence of the child is heard, and thereafter the accused person may renew the application for bail and bond terms. Mentioned for Pretoria directions, 13th of January, hearing 23rd of April.
Na tarehe 22 mwezi huu mwaka huu hapa Ruai Sub-County.
In a separate matter, 40-year-old caretaker Enos Juma Wanyama was also presented in court, accused of defiling a 14-year-old girl in Ruai between August and November this year. His lawyer urged the court to consider lenient cash bail, arguing the presumption of innocence.
We premise our application on the presumption of innocence as guaranteed under Article 50 of the Constitution. We also rely on the principle behind bail and bond, being that bail is not issued, that bail and bond is not issued to punish the accused person, but merely to secure his attendance in court.
The prosecution opposed the request, highlighting the trauma experienced by the minor and emphasized the gravity of the allegations. The magistrate ordered a pre-bail report and directed that Wanyama remains in custody until 10th December 2025 as the court awaits the report.
The accused person's advocate and the prosecution, I do order for a pre-bond report to be availed to enable the court to issue bond and bail terms on an informed basis. Order number 2, a PNC file to be opened and a children's officer's report to be availed on the status and well-being of the said child or victim. Accused person will remain in custody, mentioned 10th of December before court number 1.
Letua Debra for Easy Friday.
Thank you, Letua Debra, for that report. Now moving on, the country's push towards climate-resilient, technology-driven irrigation is set to receive a major boost following the graduation of a new cohort of water professionals.
Now, Water Cabinet Secretary Eric Muga and Irrigation Principal Secretary Fantas Kimotho, who presided over the 37th graduation ceremony of the Kenya Water Institute, said the sector is counting on highly skilled graduates to power the country's expanding water and irrigation projects.
Irrigation Principal Secretary Fantas Kimotho announced that the State Department for Irrigation has embarked on an ambitious plan to place more than 1 million acres under irrigation, a shift aimed at reducing reliance on rain-fed agriculture. Kimotho noted that the success of this plan hinges on innovation, modern technology, and newly trained professionals who will help unlock agricultural productivity, strengthen food security, and uplift communities long held back by water scarcity.
It's a plan that is going to unlock the potential of this country. For a long time, we've had ASALs which have remained not very productive because of lack of water. But with this, with the knowledge that you guys have, which has been impacted in you, and the innovation and technology, we are sure together we can unlock the productivity of the ASALs and ensure and make a food secure country.
Are you here? Water Cabinet Secretary Eric Muga, who was the chief guest, reinforced the call for stronger technical capacity, saying demand for skilled water experts is rising as the ministry rolls out a new framework enabling waterworks development agencies to tap capital markets and speed up major infrastructure projects.
In addition to capacity development, creating employment opportunities for our skilled workforce is essential. I am pleased to report that the completion and operationalization of major water supply projects will generate meaningful employment for technicians, crafts personnel, and artisans.
Elsewhere, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba presided over the second graduation ceremony of the Open University of Kenya at Konza Technopolis. He says the institution remains critical to delivering flexible, technology-driven higher learning for working professionals, remote learners, and undeserved communities. Ogamba described the Open University concept as a model that is essential in preparing Kenyans for an increasingly digital and knowledge-based economy.
We appreciate your dedication to nurturing talents and building an institution that stands as a model for the future of education. We have very high expectations in you, especially as you work to grow the enrollment of this institution to 100,000 students by December 2026.
Jacqueline Masharia for Easy Friday.
All right, now before we bring you up to date with what's been happening in the business world, let's round up news from the counties where lack of knowledge, poverty, and harmful cultural norms have been cited as among the factors fueling the sexual gender-based violence that includes female genital mutilation and teenage pregnancies in the country.
Meanwhile, the family of the National Police reservist killed last week in Igembe Central Sub-County of Meru County is appealing for help to bury their loved one. For this and more in our County News Roundup.
Lack of knowledge, poverty, and harmful cultural norms have been cited as among the factors fueling the sexual gender-based violence that include female genital mutilation and teenage pregnancies in the country. Speaking during the launch of the 16 days of activism against sexual and gender-based violence at Chepcholiet area of Kipkelion East Sub-County, Kericho Wuma Representative Beatrice Kemei urged Kenyans to unite and raise awareness against the vice.
I want to call upon all our religious leaders to use their strong attitude and influence to speak against these ills in the society. Yes. Not only the religious leaders, all the stakeholders in schools, the border sector, and everybody else, the village managers, the administration.
Meanwhile, the family of the National Police Reservice was shot dead by cat rustlers on Friday last week in Igembe Central Sub-County of Meru County is appealing for help to bury their loved one. Led by the widow Josephine Kinywa and brother to the deceased Nahashon Kirue, the family is also pleading with the national and Meru County governments to assist in educating the 5 children left behind by the deceased.
Ningeomba kuuliza serikali tangu aingie kazini ama tangu afi ni wajibu gani wameshachukua, na hakuna yoyote kiongozi tumeshaona hapa akiwa amekuja kutufariji.
Sasa ningetaka sasa kuulizia serikali ndio alikuwa ofisa hiyo wakati wote tunaumia tu, watoto wako shule. Kuna mwenye alikuwa anataka kuingia kwa recruitment ya KDF ikazidikana hapo, akanjaribu hiyo ingine ya KPS yenye ilikuwa 2017 huko Kangeta wa headquarter, na hapo hata tukazidwa juu hakuwa na hata document za shule zote zilizuiliwa tu sababu ya school fee imbalances. Sasa naulizia serikali ndio alikuwa anafanya kazi ya serikali, mbona serikali wafutilia hata wakuji hata kuleta kwa mambolezi kwa familia?
And the county government of Kiambu has commenced the construction of an additional 200 new model early childhood development education centers, increasing the total number of nursery schools built in the last 3 years to 512.
Kwa hizi 178 tayari kuna zingine wameshapiga roof. So tukifika mwisho wa December najua wengine watakuwa wanamaliza. January ni ku handover.
Tilio Marco for Easy Friday.
And welcome to Easy Friday Business. The Kenya Bureau of Standards is planning further regulation to control importation and manufacturing of consumer goods. KEB's Chief Executive Officer, Esther Ngari, says the standards body is seeking to use the Standards Bill 2025 to institute tougher penalties for factories and importers of substandard goods to protect consumers.
Manufacturers and importers of substandard goods will be required to compensate the Kenya Bureau of Standards for any cost incurred during inspections. This is among a raft of measures that the standards body is proposing in the new Standard Bill 2025 as it plans greater control in consumer protection. KEB's CEO Esther Ngari says the current law limits the agency's ability to enforce quality standards effectively, especially in dealing with substandard imports and unsafe manufacturing practices.
We are looking at a bill that will serve us in the next 50 years or more, because the current bill has been there for over 50 years, and we want a law that will be able to protect the consumers, a law that will be able to help Kenya Bureau of Standards do its mandate in terms of consumer protection and regulation of the industry.
But in the old existing bill, we've been having challenges. At times, some of our inspectors, when it comes to maybe closing some of the factories or maybe through surveillance, you find some products are in this country and they are substandard in terms of quality.
The bill also proposes protecting the Kenya Bureau of Standards intellectual property and prevent unauthorized alteration of the agency's standards.
KEBS cannot be able to carry out its mandate. So some of the issues we are looking at in this new proposed bill is to look for more powers as far as matters of enforcement are concerned.
KEBS says the proposed law will align the agency's operations with laws which guarantees Kenya the right to goods and services of reasonable quality and also modernize KEBS operations.
The old bill was enacted in 1974, and in the estimation of the Kenya Bureau of Standards, it may have outlived its usefulness and requires to be relooked afresh to accommodate the new areas that are coming up in e-commerce, trade, and development.
Benson Rioba reporting for Easy Friday.
All right, now the number of international tourists visiting the country is expected to double by the year 2027 due to the visa openness and licensing of more airlines. Tourism and Wildlife Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano says plans are underway to create more aggressive marketing policies that will target both local and international tourists.
The Ministry of Tourism has established a training revolving fund which will offer affordable loans to students undertaking tourism and hospitality courses. Tourism Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano says will enhance the country's hospitality skill set. This is part of the reforms that the government is carrying out in a bid to double tourism numbers by 2027.
Hardly 2-year-old, the revolving fund has unlocked quite a number of opportunities for the young people.
To achieve the 5 million target, Miano said the government had embarked on a visa openness policy, allowing free entry for Africans, licensing of more airlines, and aggressive marketing both locally and internationally.
We know that we have the visa openness with the introduction of ETA, electronic travel authorization, and an exemption for the African countries that is paving way to ease of movement. The licensing of more airlines and the open skies is another one.
The government is also planning to diversify tourism products, increasing investment for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions.
The sector has been instrumental in anchoring our economy. And for this to continue, we must endeavor at all times to maintain world-class services at our hospitality outlets.
Last year, the country received 2.4 million visitors, earning the exchequer 452 billion shillings, with the number expected to hit 5 million as the government rolls out reforms.
for charity, dial *419 hash.
Nakuona. Kuja hivi sasa. Ona. Mama tu. What is wrong? Buddha. Siku umedial *419 hash. Shika. Yani hujui kwa option 3 kuna Probox. Probox. Usisahau kwa *419 hash option 3 iko Probox ya bahati. Na ikikuangukia ufunguo utakufikia mahali popote ulipo. Usisahau.
Differently. Not have a special society. You know, so it has to start with us.
We still have a large number of people who doesn't know the rights of persons with disability. We still have a large number of people who are not exposed. Parents and guardians, they are still hiding persons with disability.
Nimekuwa na challenge moja tu ya kumpeleka shule. Juu shule yenye ameitwa ni huko Kilimani. Ukimpeleka shule za huku unakuambia wataki mtoto haoni. Juu eti tukimweka huko kwa class ni kumpotezea wakati.
We want to get rid of those areas and the normal way people look at people with disabilities, the way they charge them.
Differently.
All right, let's continue briefing you on the latest right here on Easy Friday Business. And Kenya and other East African countries have been encouraged to position themselves as mature investment destinations. Now, speaking during the Trade and Investment Roadshow, Equity Group CEO James Mwangi says the region has a consumer population of over 350 million people, and there is need for policymakers and businesses to make the region attractive to foreign investors.
Power to allow the manufacturers to be globally competitive. So that becomes a very important component. So policy, infrastructure, and an enabling environment is very important. Nairobi is very well positioned.
Access to energy, and so as the country becomes more industrialized and the surrounding region, and the need for data centers and AI, they are huge consumers of power. And this country needs to be able to generate and to distribute more power. So I think whatever business you're in, particularly in infrastructure business, there are huge opportunities here in Kenya. There are huge opportunities for partnerships for overseas countries.
Very important forum, because whenever you bring together the real sector, the financial sector, and policymakers and international development community, you really have a forum where ideas can meet, the key decision makers potentially, but also partners are built and also deals are made.
All right, and a section of Laikipia farmers are recording increased yields after sustainable agriculture training by the Food and Agriculture Organization. The training, which focuses on conservation, agriculture management and aggregation, is helping farmers adapt to climate change effects and facilitate all year-round farming.
The Food Agricultural Organization, in partnership with several development agencies, have trained farmers in Laikipia County on better ways to mitigate climate change effects.
We had a series of trainings, about 6 of them.
on different issues, management, then there was aggregation, warehousing, agriculture, production and variation, mpaka marketing.
Alongside climate-smart farming skills, farmers also received financial literacy training to help them make better decisions on farm investments and market opportunities.
We were taken through gross margin analysis so that you can know when you are breaking even, when you are going at a loss, and when you are getting profit. So after the gross margin analysis, I was able to increase productivity, and I was able to break even and even to get profit.
As a result, many farmers are now reporting increased productivity on their farms.
Tumeona members wetu wamefikia community na community wamekubali kutuletea mahindi zaidi. Kwa hivyo tunatarajia mwaka huu tutakuwa na mahindi kiwango ambaye hatujawahi pata kutokana na yale mafundisho tuliyopata kutoka kwa FAO.
The 3.8 million shillings initiative is helping farmers adopt modern, climate-smart techniques and strengthen producer organizations for improved market access.
And after they received this grant, we trained them and their capacity was enhanced in development of their strategy, or rather implementing the grant activity.
Local farmers say the interventions are already enhancing their resilience to drought and boosting overall yields, boosting the area's food security. Sylvia Gatti for Easy Friday.
When the hills gave way in Marquette, thousands were left with nothing. But together, we can help them rise again. Join KBC in the Restore Hope, Restore Earth campaign, Unity in Adversity. Together for Marquette. Donate through paybill number 522533, account number 8036543, or drop foodstuffs and supplies at Marquette County offices. Every shilling, every tree, every act of kindness counts. KBC, bringing Kenyans together.
Nairobi United FC will host AA's Maniema Union of the Democratic Republic of Congo in a crucial Group B encounter. The highly anticipated showdown will take place at the Mo International Sports Center, Kasarani, on Sunday, November 30th. This will be Kenya's first ever home group stage match in the history of the Continental Club competition.
This match, he's punched it into the path of waiting defenders. This time he's great on his line d'or.
Securing 3 points at Kasarani is essential for Nairobi United to wipe out the deficit from their opening loss, climb out of the bottom half of the standings, and keep the ambition of progressing to the knockout stages well and truly alive. Catch this match on Sunday, 30th November from 4 p.m. live on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Welcome back to Easy Friday. It's now time for us to take a look at what's making headlines in the world of sports. Now, new world and Deaflympics 5,000 meters record holder Ian Wambui Kahinga returned home to a triumphant welcome at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. The 24-year-old from Nyahururu broke both the world and the Deaflympics record over the distance in Tokyo, Japan, winning gold in 13 minutes 52.83 seconds. The previous record was held by Kenya's Simon Kibai while winning gold at the 2013 Games in Sofia, Bulgaria. In Tokyo, Wambui also won gold in the men's 10,000 meters.
When I was in Kenya,
at my village, I was dreaming and hoping, and I was passionate for getting a medal. I was competing with the hearing people. I wanted to break the world record. I saw many people, the hearing people, breaking the world record, and I was training with them. I have learned so many things from them, and now in Kasarani we trained with our coach Kibet. Even the curves, I followed what the coach was teaching us. I learned a lot, and with my 3 friends, the way we were alternating at the field, and I understood. And now in Tokyo, and I got my medal, and I thank my coach for teaching me that. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ian Wambui. Moving on, the stage is set. Test at the weigh-in held at the Ultra Fitness Gym in Nairobi. 8 fights are on the UFS boxing card tomorrow at the Edge Convention Center in Nairobi, with the main bout featuring Kenyan Consolata Musanga against who will face off in a 10-round super bantamweight bout for the PST title.
Kenya with 58.
36-year-old Consolata Musanga will be hunting for a 9th career win, having won 8 of the 23 fights she has stepped in the ring for, and she will be up against Sandra Atermo of Sweden, who boasts of a long career of more than 50 fights, but has won 2 of the 6 professional bouts she has fought since turning pro in 2022.
I know it will be a challenge since I'm facing a Kenyan on Kenyan grounds, which is always a bit of an uphill, but I'm going to do my best to win her.
Ile kuiandaa nimejiandaa. Kwangu mimi itaisha, kwa opponent mimi sijui yake, lakini kwangu mimi najiandaa, nimeshajiandaa kabisa. Round 10 zitaisha kwangu, lakini kwa opponent sijui.
A co-main bout will precede the main event, pitting Richard Ogola against Ugandan Bruno Muwezi, who will face off in a 6-round welterweight bout. 6 other bouts are also on card tomorrow in the event organized by UFS Boxing and Sport Pesa, and which will be carrying the message of the importance of mental health.
They've given me an opportunity to make my professional debut, and also they've given me an opportunity to promote this message of men's mental health awareness, right? And I'm very grateful for that. They're both big platforms, so I'm very certain, and I'm hoping that the message will cut across completely. So I'm very grateful for UFS Boxing and Sports Pesa.
Consultant psychologist Kevin Gashe will take on Wycliffe Andabu in a 4-round middleweight bout. Leila Yazidu of Tanzania will face Rachel Marion of Uganda. National champion Javan Buyu will take to the ring against Abdul Hakim. Michael Odur will fight Justus Ndegwa. Ben Bottelbach of Belgium will be up against Valentin Pondi, while Teddy Murimi takes on Brian Otieno.
Thank you, Buckley, for that report. Moving on. Now, over 200 elite athletes will feature in this year's World AIDS Day Half Marathon, set to be held this Sunday in Nairobi. Athletics Kenya Youth Development Officer Dominic Ondiek says preparations are complete, and so far, over 8,000 participants have registered to feature in the different races.
Preparations for the hosting of the 2025 World AIDS Day Half Marathon, a national event designed to rally public support for ending AIDS-related deaths and reducing new infections by 2030, are complete.
We're also looking at new HIV infections among our populations. So within these, our main focus is also to sensitize the communities, the citizens on this particular component of triple threat, which will help us eliminate the triple threat by 2030, as well as HIV new infections by 2030.
This is according to the organizers of the event, which will be held this Sunday at Nyayo National Stadium. Athletics Kenya Youth Development Officer Dominic Ondiek says different races will be held, including the 21-kilometer race and the 10-kilometer race.
The competition rules will be followed rather. The anti-doping rules will be followed because the team from ADAX is ready.
Motorists have been notified that a section of Mombasa Road between Nyayo National Stadium roundabout and Museum Hill interchange will experience traffic disruption on Sunday from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Those who will be coming from Langata will be diverted to Raila Odinga Road. They assist the town through Valdot. Those will be coming from Westland, Thika, will be diverted to Globe roundabout.
Now, more than 10 fencers will represent Kenya during the East African Fencing Champions League to be held this weekend at the Karen Village in Nairobi. The event, organized by the Savora Fencing, will be the first ever regional fencing tournament to be held in the country. About 15 fencers will represent Team Kenya in the tournament that has also attracted 5 from Rwanda and 8 from Uganda. Savora Fencing founder and coach Wanyoike Mburu officially unveiled the tournament, saying preparations are complete with all the fencers ready for the challenge.
East African Championship tena ita inspire youth to join fencing, na ita inspire community together, ita inspire our government to sponsor, to help us Savora, ita inspire everybody about fencing, what is fencing, because of what wajui fencing ni nini kitu ya kwanza, lakini sasa vile tumeyost itakuja kwa mtandao watu waone kumbe kuna fencing Kenya.
So far nimepata a lot from fencing because I find something to do other than idling outside there like other girls. Niko hapa hivi, fencing imenipeleka places mingi. So right now kama singekuwa fencing ningekuwa huko nje na idle.
Not so many fencers are able to actually participate in that huge level of maybe world championship, the African championship. So we decided we are going to create something that at the end of the day, all fencers who are selected to that level, they can be able now to participate in the East African Champions Fencing League.
Moving on, over 60 international rally drivers from 75 nationalities will feature in the 12th edition of the East Africa Classic Rally, which will be hosted from 5th to 13th of December in Kwale, Taita Taveta and Kajiado counties. Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Mvurya says through the rally, Kenya is positioning sports tourism as a powerful new economic frontier.
Everything felt good. The car was working well.
The 2025 edition of the East Africa Safari Classic Rally is a 9-day endurance event covering over 3,000 kilometers as it traverses 6 counties: Kwale, Mombasa, Kilifi, Taita Taveta, Makueni and Kajiado.
No, they will begin in Diani in day 1. Then they drive off to Savo, Salt Lake in Taita Taveta, and then in Amboseli in Kajiado County, running through part of Makueni, part of Mombasa, part of Kilifi.
The historic journey will attract 60 competing crews and motorsport enthusiasts from around the world. Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Mvurya says participants from Italy, Greece, Sweden, the Netherlands, South Africa, UK, the United States of America, Canada, among others, have already confirmed their participation.
The event is getting from strength to strength. It is considered the world's toughest classic rally today. And I'm sure in the next 5 to 7 years, it will be the world's greatest rally.
Only one service car is being allowed this year per competitor, one management car and one auxiliary service car.
Frederick Mwoki for Easy Friday.
Thank you, Moki, for that report. Now, finally, in sports, the countdown to the UK's biggest sporting event next summer has officially begun as the Longines countdown clock for the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games was officially launched at Glasgow Central Station. The clock has been commissioned by Glasgow 2026 and Longines, principal partner and official timekeeper for Glasgow 2026. Glasgow Central Station will sit at the heart of the Games, which run from 23rd July to 2nd August next year, in the middle of an 8-mile corridor of venues used by 3,000 athletes from across 74 nations. And those were all the sports stories we had for you tonight. And that's a wrap for Easy Friday tonight. Thank you so much for staying with us. We don't take it for granted. Our sign language interpreter this evening has been Caroline Njoroge. My name is Karen Kibet.
And my name is John Cargo. On behalf of the team, we thank you most sincerely for choosing Easy Friday tonight to brief you on what has been shaping up. Many thanks indeed for watching tonight. Coming right up is Disco Funk, a favorite part of the show. I always tell Kojax, after the Easy Friday news beat, I always go and stay in the parking lot and just watch the disco. Take us way back. Great music, and I'm sure the lineup or the catalog of the music that he's planned for you tonight is just A1. So tune in immediately after this. On behalf again of the team, good night. So long.
Good night.
For charity, dial star 419 hash.
Nakuona. Kuja hivi sasa. Ona. Man. Mama tu. Sasa umoje. Oya. What is wrong? Buddha. Siku umedial star 419 hash. Chika. Yani hujui kwa option 3 kuna Pro Box. Pro Box. Usisahau kwa star 419 hash option 3 iko Pro Box ya bahati. Na ikikuangukia ufunguo utakufikia mahali popote ulipo. Usisahau.
It's gotta be DJ Cold Jazz.
On the radio today, people have agreed to give their love away. I can't wait to be there alive. No. Politicians have agreed to honor and obey. They'll come down and listen to what the people say. I can't wait to be there alive. No. Whoa.
Cold Jazz in the mix. Your weekend party has officially begun.